Title: The Prodigal Son, a tale of regret, redemption, and celebration. Introduction: Once upon a time, in a prosperous village, there was a wealthy man with two sons. The older son was responsible, hardworking, and obedient. The younger son? Well, he was the exact opposite, restless, impatient, and always looking for excitement. One day, the younger son approached his father with an unusual request. Younger son: Father, I don't want to wait until you die to get my share of the inheritance. Give me what's mine now. The father, though hurt by the request, granted his son's wish and divided his wealth. The younger son took his share and, without looking back, packed his belongings and set off for a distant city. The fall. Life in the big city was everything he had dreamed of: lavish parties, endless feasting, and new friends who cheered him on. He squandered his wealth on extravagant living, thinking the money would never run out. But soon, reality struck. His purse grew lighter, and his so-called friends vanished the moment he could no longer fund their extravagant lifestyles. To make matters worse, a severe famine hit the land. With no money and no food, he was left wandering the streets in rags. Desperate, he took the only job he could find: feeding pigs. For a young man who once dined on the finest meals, this was the lowest point of his life. Hunger gnawed at his stomach so badly that he even considered eating the pig's food. And then, in the midst of his misery, he had a realization. Younger son: My father's servants live better than this. They have food, shelter, and dignity. Why am I here suffering? I will go back home, beg for forgiveness, and ask my father to take me in as a servant. With a heart full of regret and a stomach empty of food, he began the long journey home. The return. As he approached his father's house, he rehearsed his speech. Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am not worthy to be called your son. Please take me as one of your servants. But before he could even step through the gates, his father, who had been waiting and watching all this time, saw him from afar. Overcome with joy, the father ran to him, embraced him, and kissed him. Father, my son, you were lost, but now you are found. The son, shocked by his father's kindness, tried to deliver his rehearsed speech, but the father interrupted him. Instead of punishment, the father called for his best robe, a ring, and sandals to be put on his son. Then he ordered a grand feast to celebrate his return. Meanwhile, the older son, who had been dutifully working in the fields, returned home to the sound of music and laughter. When he learned that the celebration was for his wayward brother, he was furious. Older son: I have been faithful all these years. I never disobeyed you, yet you never threw a feast for me. But this son of yours wastes your wealth on reckless living, and you celebrate him? The father, full of wisdom, responded gently. Father, my son, you are always with me, and all I have is yours. But it is right to celebrate, for your brother was lost and is now found. Moral and significance. The story of the prodigal son is a powerful lesson in forgiveness, redemption, and unconditional love. It teaches us that no matter how far we stray, we can always return and be accepted with open arms. It also reminds us not to be resentful when grace is extended to others. True love and kindness do not keep score. No matter what mistakes we make, there is always a path back home.